Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. If you don't know who I am, if you're new to this channel, my name is Ariel Hernandez. I am a photographer in Austin, Texas. Right now I am in Budapest, Hungary, because my wife is studying her last semester here abroad. And well, I am here just editing, and I started shooting film photos with those two little cameras back there, and I started liking like the film look, right? Well, I always liked it, but I wanted to replicate it because I would shoot with my film camera and then take another picture with my digital camera. And the other day I was like, I want to edit it this way, but let's see how it is. So I started watching YouTube videos, and yeah, they all explain all these things like quick tips, but I'm going to show you guys what I did to make my images go from this to this. And here's the comparison of the two. On the right side you're going to see the digital photo, and on the left side you're going to see the film photo. And then here's the digital photo with the preset that I made for it. And I will include this preset down below. If you want to download it, go ahead. But I'm going to teach you how I made it so you can also make your own, you know? So let's get right into it. So I'm here in Lightroom, and I took some pictures of what I actually did. So I'm going to run through it with you guys, just so we can get the same look that I got in my final picture, right? So first thing that I did was adjust the white balance. So as you can see right here, it's a bit more muted, right? So what I did, I went to 4260 on here. So I basically made it a bit colder, and then I added some greens to it. And from there I went to the saturation, but let's go in order. So I put my exposure at a bit less, just comparing these two, it's quite a bit less. I kind of overexposed it a bit on the digital one. Well, actually the film one is a little bit underexposed, but I like how that looks. So let's go negative 1.15. So let's do that. Let's skip ahead a little bit. We'll go back to the basic adjustments in just a little bit. So I'm gonna add some curves here. As you can see, this picture is a bit more faded. This has a lot of contrast in it right now, so I selected it right here and then went up like this, right about there. Yeah, that's about right. Then let's go back to the saturation. Let's turn it down a bit to about negative 24, right there. And then let's go to plus 37 on the vibrance. I saw this from a YouTuber, and it seemed to work pretty well. Okay. And we're gonna go to the HSL. This is where it gets tricky and you don't want to overdo it. So on the orange I went negative 18 because I want a bit less orange on there. Well, yeah, I just want to like change it a little bit because that wall was too yellow. So on the yellow I'm going to be negative 20. There we go. That's a bit more brownish. So from here and here you can see it's a bit better. So we're going to reset. That's what it looked like before we started. That's what it looks like now. Pretty close, but we're still a bit more things we got to do to it. Let's go to the saturation now. On the blues I'm going to go negative 33 right here. Turning the blues down quite a bit. Right there. Then I'm going to go to the yellow, and I'm going to do negative 12 right there. This is just what I did. I just messed around with it, and that's the best like that I know what to do, you know? Mess around with it until I get it to look like I want it to look like. One way you can modify this, how I got to this was I selected the oranges and the yellows. So let's restart it right there, and I selected the wall right here, and I sort of went like this. That's how I got to it, you know? So right about there, actually. I like that more than what I had before. And then let's go to the luminance. I arrived using this little tool. That's how I arrived to those numbers. But since I already did it and I want it to look like I already did it, like the way I had done it before, I'm just gonna input the settings right here. But the way you do it is you select an area and you basically go up and down on it till you decide it looks good. So what the numbers I landed on in the luminance was -18, and this is just for me. For you, it's gonna be different. Using this tool is going to be really helpful for you. -24, and I just fix it as I go along. Just little things I notice while I'm editing, and then we're gonna go to color right here, and on the green, since it's got kind of a greenish tint to it, slightly. It's got some magenta and some green in the shadows, right? So what I did right here is I went to 24 on the green in the color tab right here. And saturation, I went -27 right there. So that made it pretty green. We're gonna fix that in a little bit. Right here, we're gonna go to the color grading. And I have this, I didn't really change anything in the midtones. I just changed the balance so it got it a little bit brighter. And then in the highlights, I went a little bit magenta, right about there. And then I balanced it right about there. Okay, so shadows, I didn't change anything. I just basically faded the image to look like the film image, and then I played around a bit with the blending as well. I left it right about there. Also the balance, just to see what looks more like the film image, you know? Just play around with it. I like it right about there. And then we're gonna go to the calibration. So just to get a bit more green in the image, I went to calibration right about here, -73. And then I added some grain to it right over here. I went pretty heavy on the grain. I went to 36 right here, and then I went on size, I went all the way to 77, just because this picture is pretty grainy and it has quite a bit of noise. But I was shooting with 400 indoors, so I'm pretty surprised that the image actually came out pretty good on the film camera. I just had it in auto settings. I don't really, my cameras aren't really manual for my point and shoots. I do have a manual film camera. It's a Minolta, but last time I put a battery in it, it kind of overheated, so I just don't think it works. And I think that's why we got a digital camera. So I don't know, I'll have to ask my dad. He probably doesn't remember why we stopped using that camera. I think my sister convinced him to get a digital one just so it was easier and we didn't have to go develop them and all that. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the basic settings. I'm gonna turn my contrast up right there. As you can see, it's already looking pretty good. And then I'm gonna go to my highlights. I'm gonna turn them up a bit. It just looks natural. Film looks natural. That's what I'm trying to say right there. And digital doesn't always look very natural. It's a bit more like not precise. I would say like it's more digital. I don't know. But I'm liking the film look right now, so that's why I'm doing this video. Because I'm making a preset so I can edit my own pictures and not what's it called, more similarly, and it looks similar to film, right? Obviously this isn't gonna look just like film. That's probably impossible to do. One thing you can do for it to look more natural and more film like is you can put it into Photoshop and get a noise template, a grain template, just so it has more of a natural grain instead of a digital Lightroom grain. A lot of people don't like the Lightroom grain, but I'm not that good at Photoshop, so I'm just gonna stick to Lightroom for now. I want -40 on the whites because I wanted to turn this a bit more toned down because that's how it is in the film picture. And my black's at -21 just to darken up this area right here. There you go. And that's basically how it ended up. I remember doing this right after and then turning the highlights down quite a bit. I'm gonna turn magentas up quite a bit over here again. I'm gonna go turn down the texture just so you get more of that less sharp film look. Clarity, I turned it down just a little bit, or else it looks blurry like Gaussian blur in Photoshop, so we don't want that. We don't want to dehaze it either. Okay, how does that look? How do I like it? Let's zoom into both. The lighting is a bit different on her face, so I will say that it kind of annoyed me quite a bit, but not a lot, but just a little bit. That you'll see when I edit the other images, it's gonna look quite a bit better. So I made this preset right here. This is how it ended up. Not exactly how I had it on my preset. And let's finish it off with my preset right there. And that's how I got it close to that, and then I made micro adjustments to get to what my preset looks like now. I just don't want to bore you with all the meticulous and what's it called, taking forever to do this, you know? So yeah, that's basically how I got it close to looking like film. If you want to download my preset, it'll be linked down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, leave a comment below saying what you want to see, and go like this video so more people can see it and basically figure out how to do this. I have another picture right here if you guys want to see. This is the film picture, and then this is the preset I made for it right there. And yeah, it's just, let's make it, I like it a little bit warmer. There you go. It's pretty cool. Okay guys, so thank you very much for watching this video. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and leave a like down below as well so more people can enjoy of this video. And if you want to use these presets that I made, these film simulations you could say, I will link them down below so you can download them. And see you guys in the next one. I gotta run. Olivia's gonna be out of school at 3:10 and it's 2:56 and I just finished this video, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's it for today, and see you guys in the next one.